Hi, I'm Jacqueline. When people meet me, they usually think I'm confident, outspoken, and talkative. Very talkative. I'm not afraid to speak up for what I believe in, or even introduce myself to someone who looks like they really don't want to talk to me. And I thoroughly believe my ability to speak was not a God-given talent. No, it's something I worked on for many years and continue to work on as a member of the speech and debate team here at Valencia. You see, at speech and debate tournaments, the same two things always happen. We all have sore feet, and the judges never arrive to the room on time. So it's totally common to see a bunch of sleep-deprived high schoolers sit on the ground in pain and in fear that the round will be canceled. But it's never just one person freaking out, it's every single person. You can only imagine my opponents and I bonding over the stressful events occurring at the moment. And these stressful conversations often blossom into genuine ones. Or we all end up talking over one another because we are speech and debaters after all. Yet even when me and 5 other high schoolers are speaking rapidly at the same time, demanding attention from our peers, feeling slightly agitated, I wouldn't trade this experience for the world's. Eventually, when we calm down and actually give each other a chance to speak, we learn a lot about each other. Once a guy was telling me how he still wished he was Harry Potter, and the girl next to him was complaining how we were missing the Brandy Melville warehouse sale for a debate tournament. Most of the times, the conversations I have with these people are completely random, but to me, it's these conversations that define my speech and debate experience. But the thing is, these experiences don't come to everyone. In fact, before I started speech and debate, I was so timid. I remember my mom always wanted me to ask the waiter at a restaurant for extra napkins, and I couldn't muster up the courage to just stand up and do it. And even at my first few tournaments, I would not dare look into the eyes of my opponents before a round because I was afraid. I was afraid of being judged, being looked down upon, being not good enough. I was afraid that I had just found something I loved in speech and debate, but that the criticisms of others would make me want to quit. I was afraid that I didn't belong. And that's when I realized belonging isn't natural. You don't just naturally belong with a group of people or in a certain place. You belong where you choose to belong. And it's tough because belonging takes work and a whole lot of time. So one day I decided to stand up, straighten up my blazer, extending my hand out to my opponent saying, "Hi, I'm Jacqueline. Please let me win." Well, that's what I was thinking. But you know me, I tried my very best to act normal and start a normal-ish conversation, and for the most part, it worked out. And it has been working out ever since. You see, belonging can't be natural because belonging is an ability, a skill that you acquire as you experience life. Belonging doesn't mean that everyone likes the same things and hates the same things. It means we acknowledge that we are completely different. We find just one small thing that brings us together, and we make that everything. We make what we have in common the start of new friendships and feelings, and we make our differences a means in which we can grow for the better. And to me, this is the kind of belonging I feel every time I put on my suit and heels and get ready to spend my weekend at a debate tournament with people who also have no social life. Ultimately, belonging is what life is all about. You get out what you put in. So if we are all going to sit and wait for someone or something to come along to make us feel like we are a part of something special, we'll be waiting forever. And if you're going to take anything out of my talk today, let it be this, truly. It's not them, it's you. Don't expect the perfect person to just waltz into your life and make you feel included. That's not how life works. It has to come from you too. And so I know it's difficult. I've said this word like 1 billion times today, but it's belonging, and it's hard. To think that you have to adapt to others while simultaneously not forgetting who you are. But don't be discouraged and don't be afraid. Instead, be open and be understanding. Because if I can listen to Harry Potter 2.0 and Miss Brandy Melville talk over one another and still feel like I'm where I'm meant to be, I'm almost positive you can open up your mind and put in just a little more to find that same feeling of belonging. Thank you.